got freshman Kanaan Carlyle. We've got junior Maxime Raynaud. Kanaan set a program record 31 points by a freshman today. We'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, just for Kanaan, just kind of talk about what were you seeing from the Washington State defense that maybe allowed you to put up the 30 plus that you did today?
I mean, it was just me being in attack mode. I feel like my coach has been on me about being in attack mode, getting downhill, and being able to make plays, whether it's for myself or for my teammates. So I feel like it was just me being in attack mode, and the coach and the teammates just saying they got a lot of confidence in me to do that. So.
All right, Kanaan, is that bittersweet to hit a record like this but then lose the way you guys did? I mean, you guys fall back, you got to get single digits, but is it one of those moments you look at it and say that was a great moment for the loss?
Right, yeah, I feel like it was a great accomplishment, but unfortunately we didn't take the loss today. So we're just ready to get back in the gym tomorrow, figure it all out, and let's get back at it Saturday against Washington.
As I was here for the game against Santa Clara, you were kind of upset with yourself and the team for not being tough enough. Washington State got to the basket pretty easily, particularly in the first half. Was the toughness lacking in the night?
Yeah. I think the main thing was like turnovers. I mean, even before talking about like the defensive end, just like turnovers and like every time there were some like 50-50 balls, did not dive on the floor. I'm the first one not to do it. And also like we knew that like their bigs, especially like Isaac Jones and Oscar Clough, are like really tough. Like they're gonna crash the board. They're gonna try to get some isolations. We had a game plan like trying to defend them in a certain way. We're not tough enough to do it. It started with me. I think I'm supposed to be a leader for the defense of our team, and I was not able to like set the tone. So I take responsibility for that. But yeah, definitely like defensive toughness was something we were lacking of today.
Talk about leadership. You're missing two fifth-year guys now. And Spencer Jones out. How much did that affect?
I mean, that affects for sure, but like you got to control what you can control. Like we cannot find excuses for a loss just because we're missing guys. I mean, JB's been out, Maximilian has been out too. We won some games. I think Kanaan stepped up in a very good way today. We cannot just try to like find excuses and like try to cry, oh, we lost because of this, because of that, because of the refereeing. Maybe like I don't know. We just gotta find a way to like make it happen. And even if the odds are like not necessarily with us, just because we have injured players, we still gotta control what we can control, play tougher, and go to the glass, defend. Like, I mean, when a guy get 35 on you on 5 from 10 from 3, like, it's not the guys that are missing that make that happen. It's just like we got to guard better.
All right, so they started off 6-0. You guys are in the hole, but then you got 4 straight, so it was a 2-point game. And then you guys kept it close for a minute, but then that 13-0 run, it went from 3 to 16. Is that something you guys just couldn't recover from?
I'm not sure about like could now recover from. I think we have the tools and the players to do so. Today we did not do it. I think that, as you said, like there was a 13-0 run, and that's pretty much the gap that was there all along during the game. After like we pretty much like fought through that. Yeah, like turnovers got us. No defensive stop as well. Yeah, we just have to do better. I think it's good at like this early in the pack we have this kind of loss though, because like we can question ourselves. Clearly, like me the first, like just try to step up in defense. That's for sure. And we're gonna have a quick turnaround with Washington on Saturday. So hopefully we can just lock in, get the game plan, and like try to execute for Saturday.
Basketball's obviously a team sport, but guys go one-on-one. Was it fun? Was it a challenge? How would you describe going against another pretty darn good freshman guard, Miles Rice?
I love Miles Rice. Played against him in high school when he was playing with Jabari Smith at Sandy Creek. So it's always fun going against Miles. Today he had a great game. Unfortunately, we couldn't stop him, but yeah, he had a great game today.
Anything else, these guys? Yeah, just kind of what was the? You guys obviously played a lot better in the second half. What was kind of the message from coach at halftime?
Keep playing, execute the game plan. That's all it was. I feel like we went out there, tried our best. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the win, but like I said, it's a learning lesson. We move on from it, learn from it, get ready for Washington.
And it's kind of from your perspective, not that this was your fault necessarily, just as a team, from your perspective, why was there so many turnovers in the first half? Are they just it looked like to me they were speeding you guys up. Would you agree with that assessment, or what was kind of going on there, do you think?
Washington State is a very physical team. I feel like we came out and underestimated that. They were bumping us off our spots. Me including had 6 turnovers today. Like that's unacceptable. It should never happen. So we just gotta learn how to embrace contact, fight through it, get to the rim, and play off 2 feet, and make good plays.
All right, thanks guys. We'll be back
Thank
with
you,
Coach
guys.
in a
Have a
minute.
good night.
Thank you.
All right, head coach Jerod Haase. Coach, if you'll open up with a statement.
Yeah, Washington State's an excellent basketball team. Obviously, they're on a roll right now, playing well. I thought a lot of the guys on their team played well, but with Rice and Jones in particular, they had big time nights. And at the end of the day, big time players make big time plays in big games, conference games like this. Defensively, I feel like I failed the team in not being able to give them a game plan that they were able to execute. And we tried a variety of things defensively. Needless to say, for the most part, it was ineffective. Offensively, in the first half, the turnovers led to transition baskets, which is a little bit unlike us, and I think some of the turnovers were avoidable. But it did lead to some struggles with transition defense. The overall physicality of the game, was a net negative for us. I think we have to be able to play through contact better than we did tonight.
All right, Coach, I asked the players the same thing. So when they started the game off 6-0, but then you came right back and got it within 2. But that right around the 4-minute mark, that 13-0 run went from 3-point game to 16-point game. Was that something that you guys just weren't able to recover from?
Yeah, it was a big hole. I think throughout the first half and honestly throughout the second half, if we could have got it to single digits, I think it maybe changed the whole feel and the vibe of everything. But needless to say, we weren't able to do that, and I think it really stems from the inability to get stops and consecutive stops.
Jared, on Sunday, you were justifiably proud of, I think it was 17 assists and 5 turnovers. 17 turnovers tonight. What was the difference?
The physicality, they were physical on the basketball, and we have to be able to, play through that better. And they really push out to the shooters and dare us to play one-on-one. And with that, it was nothing that was surprising to us. I felt like we educated our guys. We were prepared, knowing what we were going to see. But at the end of the day, when we are out there, we have to be strong enough to be able to make those plays without turning it over.
You were a freshman guard in this league a few years ago. To see Rice and Carlyle go at it, just as a pure basketball fan standpoint, how would you rate their equal performances?
Yeah, those are 2 exceptionally talented young men. Rice was able to really do a lot of different things of getting to the paint. I thought we had some defensive breakdowns, but that doesn't take away from him because that individual performance was off the charts. And Kanaan was awfully efficient, scoring the basketball in a lot of different ways. Had a little bit careless with some turnovers, but obviously was a bright spot in the game.
Just about getting Maxime Raynaud back tonight, just nice to get him back, and just kind of what did you see from him? Kind of how do you manage a guy first game back after they've been out for a little time?
Yeah, I wanted to get him some minutes and just get in the flow of the game, and was hoping to get a spark of some kind. He's a guy that I think can give some rim protection. Ideally, he's going to be a rebounder for us, and we think he's a big-time shooter. It's hard when you've been out that long, but I'm pleased we were able to get him in the game and get him out there. But for all of our guys, at the end of the day, the expectation is that the goal is to impact winning, and we believe he's going to be able to help us do that. But it was awfully good for him to be out there.
Speaking of injuries, you again without Bynum, and tonight also Spencer Jones. What's the prognosis for those guys going forward? Chance they play Saturday?
Yeah, I don't know. Both are day-to-day, so I guess there's a chance. Both are really day-to-day. Yeah, and a full roster is always nice.
All right, Coach. Carlyle got a freshman record, so he's in the record books for here at Stanford for points as a freshman. But he said it was bittersweet after I asked him that. What about you, your perspective? Do you kind of say, okay, that was a great moment for you, something that will be around for a long time, hopefully, but we didn't get to win. So how do you come at him with that? Being that he felt like it was a good moment, but bittersweet.
Yeah, it's an impressive record to say the least. It's something he can and should be proud of. But I think he feels the same way I do. Is that the individual accolades are great, but at the end of the day, we're chasing victories, and the individual stuff tends to be a little bit hollow until you get the team victory.
Was there an emphasis in the second half to get more into a half-court game? Because it seemed like with you guys kind of slowed things down a bit. Was that you talked about, or transition?
No, I mean we wanted to play fast and try and get out, but the problem is we got so few stops that they were able to set up in their little soft press, or they were able to mix up their defenses, and it turned into more of a half-court game than I would have preferred. If we can break it open and get some transition baskets and try and attack their defense before they're set, I think it could have been more effective. But it definitely turned into more half-court game, and that's not what I was hoping to see.
Cougars now have 4 straight against you guys. Is there anything you do particularly well that gives your team trouble?
Their team is really different this year than it was in the past. They have exceptional shooters for sure, but they're driving the basketball with their bigs in particular, working inside out, which is a little bit different. So, but defensively, certainly they do huge emphasis, and have always had a huge emphasis of taking away the three-point shot and being physical on drives.
Anything else, Coach?
Yeah, just any early thoughts on the Huskies?
Yeah, I don't yet. I'll get down and watch the tape. Obviously, what I want to see from my team is a response tomorrow in practice, and a great deal of focus going into that game.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.